In this session, we are going to derive the equation for potential due to a dipole. Before that, let us revise what we have learned about the dipole in the first chapter. Electric field at a point on the axial line of the dipole E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 into 2 p by r cube. So this is the dipole. Axial line is a line passing through the axis of the dipole, and point P is at a distance r from the dipole. The second case is electric field at a point on the equatorial line. Equatorial line is a line drawn perpendicular to the dipole. Point P is on the equatorial line at a distance r. Potential at P E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 P by r cube. In both these cases, electric field E is inversely proportional to r cube. So this is our dipole with charge plus q and minus q. 2a is the length of the dipole. P is a point at a distance r from the center of the dipole. P is neither on the axial line nor on the equatorial line. Now the angle between direction of dipole and r is theta. Direction of dipole is from minus q to plus q. So theta is the angle between direction of dipole and r. So these are the facts we know about the dipole. To find potential at P, we have to sum up the potential due to plus q and potential due to minus q. For that, let us take the distance from plus q to P as r1. So the first term, potential due to plus q, is 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 into q by r1. Now let us take the distance from minus q to P as r2. The second term is 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 into minus q by r2. Common terms are taken outside. Q by 4 pi epsilon 0 into, inside the bracket we have 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. Now we have to find the values of 1 by r1 and 1 by r2 and substitute in this equation. For that, we are going to draw a perpendicular from plus q to r. So we have a small right angle triangle here. Now we will get the length of the perpendicular as a sin theta and length of the base as a cos theta. Now we have a big triangle AOP here. We are going to apply Pythagoras theorem to this triangle. So hypotenuse square, that is r1 square, is equal to base of the triangle is OP, that is total distance from center to P is r minus a cos theta. So r minus a cos theta the whole square plus base of the triangle is a sin theta. So a sin theta the whole square. Now we can expand this r square minus 2ar cos theta plus a square cos square theta plus a square sin square theta. A square cos square theta plus a square sin square theta is a square, because sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So this is the equation. Now we are going to take r square outside the equation on the right hand side, or we can say we are going to multiply and divide the right hand side with r square. So we get r1 square is equal to r square into, dividing each term by r square, the first term become 1. Second term is 2ar cos theta by r square. R and r cancel each other and we get minus 2a cos theta by r, and the last term is a square by r square. A square is a very small term. Dividing it by r square makes a square by r square very small. So we can neglect that term. Then r1 square is equal to r square into 1 minus 2a cos theta by r. Take square root on both sides. r1 is equal to r into 1 minus 2 cos theta by r, the whole raised to half. Instead of square root, we can put the power as half. Take inverse on both sides. 1 by r1 equal to 1 by r into 1 minus 2a cos theta by r, the whole raised to minus half. Now we can expand this using binomial theorem, and we have 1 by r1 equal to 1 by r into 1 plus a cos theta by r. Similarly, from the second triangle, we can derive 1 by r2 equal to 1 by r into 1 minus a cos theta by r. Now let us substitute the values of 1 by r1 and 1 by r2 in equation number 1. We have taken 1 by r outwards. So inside the bracket we have 1 plus a cos theta by r minus 1 plus a cos theta by r. So minus 1 and plus 1 cancel each other. So the equation becomes v is equal to q by 4 pi epsilon 0 1 by r into 2a cos theta by r. For 2aq we can write p. So the equation becomes v is equal to p cos theta by 4 pi epsilon 0 into r square. So this is the equation for potential due to a dipole at a point P, where r is the distance from the center of the dipole to point P and theta is the angle between direction of the dipole and the line r. So this is the equation for V. Now let us try to write this equation in the vector form. So we are going to multiply this equation with r cap, where r cap is a unit vector in the direction of vector r. It has a magnitude 1, so multiplying this term with r cap does not change the value of v. So instead of p cos theta r cap we can write p dot r cap. So in the vector form we have v is equal to vector p dot vector r cap by 4 pi epsilon 0 into r square. For a point on the axial line, if we consider point P to be at a point on the axial line, we can take theta is equal to 0, then V is equal to P by 4 pi epsilon 0 into r square. For a point on the equatorial line, theta is equal to 90. So the angle between the direction of dipole and r will be 90 if the point P is on the equatorial line. If we substitute this in equation for V, we get P cos 90, that is 0. So V is equal to 0. So there is no electric potential at any point on the equatorial line of the dipole.